Okay, so this is a continuation on the logarithmic equations worksheet. We're just left with a couple of more questions. So let's finish this, okay? So most of these questions that I would go through, they actually come from the O-level November papers across the many different years, all right? So the way that we are going to test you guys is going to be roughly the same as the questions that are going to appear in these papers, okay? So you shouldn't have anything surprising, okay? You shouldn't be surprised to see any of these kind of variations of questions. So my promise to you is that if you practice all these questions, you should be relatively okay when you go for the exam. Alright, so question number 8, solve the equation. Now the first step we're going to do is in equations, the first thing we're going to try. So whenever you see this kind of question, you should try things in a particular order. The first thing you're going to try is to change everything to the same base. Is it possible to change everything to the same base? So I have a log 5 here, log 5 here, log 5 here. The only thing that isn't log 5 is 1, but I can easily fix that because I know that 1 is just basically log 5 of 5. Okay, so these two, I can combine it. I know that it's a minus, so I can combine this into a single log base 5. I'm going to get x minus 1 over x plus 1. And on my right hand side, this is a plus. Now they have it in the same base. I can actually combine it into log base 5, 5 over 7. Okay, why is it 5 over 7? Because it's a plus, so I take 5 times 1 over 7. Alright, now that I do that, I can straight away compare the results. So x minus 1, x plus 1 is equals to 5 over 7. Let's cross multiply over here. So I'll get 7x minus 1 is equals to 5x plus 1. Multiply in 7x minus 7, 5x plus 5. Okay, bring the 5 over. I'm going to get 2x is 5 plus 7, 12. 2x is 12, so therefore x is equals to 6. Okay, so relatively simple for 4 marks. You better make sure you know how to do. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Question number 9. Solve the equation log y 100 is equals to log y. Now this LG is basically log base 10 of y. Okay, and since they want us to solve this equation, how do we do that? So I told you first, the first step is we want to change everything to the same base, right? And if you don't know what to change to, okay, there is a certain sequence that we follow. Number 1, we will always try to change the base to the smallest number. So in this case, I have 10, I have y, so I only have one number. So it's natural for me to change this into log base 10, okay? So let's do that. Log base 10 over log base 10. So I'm applying the change of base formula. On top it's going to be 100, on the bottom it's going to be y is equals to log 10y. Okay, so what I want to do here is to simplify this thing. I'm going to write this as log base 10 square. And I am going to let u be log 10 of y. So I'm going to get u equals to u. This thing on top is going to be simplified. There's 2, I can bring it down. So this is going to be 2u over u. I can get rid of the fractions because remember, in mathematics, we generally do not like fractions. Multiply by u throughout. 2 is equals to u squared. So I bring the 2 over, or actually I don't even need to bring the 2 over. I can square root both sides, so I know that u is equals to square root 2 or negative square root 2. Now don't leave your answer like this because we need to substitute back. So it's log 10y is equals to square root 2 or log 10y is equals to negative square root 2. So 10 to the power of square root 2 is equals to y, or 10 to the power of negative square root 2 is equals to y. So use your calculator. 10 to the power of square root 2, y is equals to 25.9. Nope, 36 fixed, so it's 26, or 10 to the power of negative square root 2 that gives me y is 0.0385. Okay, this is to 3 sig fig. Alright, so this is how we do this answer. Let's double check. Can y be these two numbers? Yes, as long as y is positive, I can accept both of them. Okay, let's move on to the last question. Okay, show that log base 3 of x and plus log base 9 of x is equals to log 3 log base 10x over 2 log base 10 3. So if I want to show this, that means I need to work on the left hand side. I need to manipulate this 2 until it becomes this. Alright, so let us quickly do that. Log base 3 of x plus log base 9 of x. Same thing, I'm going to follow my rules. Okay, I'm going to have change of base until it becomes the same base, right? So I'm going to get log 3 of x plus log 3, because I'm going to change to base of 3. Here I'm going to have x, here I'm going to have 9. So I'm going to get log 3 plus log 3 of x over, this can be changed into 3 squared. And I can bring the 2 down, if you remember. Okay, so I'm going to skip a little bit of steps. Plus over 2, right? So I'm going to change it to this. Okay, next thing, I'm going to combine this thing. Let's see over here. Okay, so I'm going to try to combine this thing. So I'm going to get log 3 of x plus this half over here can be written as a half over here, right? And then this half can be pushed back up. So this is the same as log 3x to the power of half. So essentially, because this is a plus, I can multiply these two together. Okay, this is x to the power of 1. So it's x to the power of 1, x to the power of half. Same base, the powers can add up. So it's 3 over 2. Now, but this is not this, right? This is not what we have over here. But don't worry, because we can easily change that. Now, how do we change that? I can change this. I know this is basically log base 10, right? So I can change of base one more time. Log base 10 over log base 10. I'm going to have my x, 3 over 2, and the bottom is going to be 3. All right, so this, I can bring it down. So it's going to be 3 over 2 log x over log 3. And this divided by 1 is the same thing as, can be rewritten as 3 over 2. Okay, in case you don't know, 3 over 2 divided by 1 is the same as 3 over 2. Okay, so that's why I can just push it all the way down. Alright, so I compare it to the top. Exactly, it looks exactly the same. Okay, so this is how I've shown. Okay, how about the next one? So it says, hence solve the equation, blah, blah, blah. We have already simplified the right-hand side, so we know that. Let me do it over here. Okay, so I know that 3 log x over 2 log 3 is equals to 4. Okay, so in order for us to do this, all I have to do, there are a couple of things that I can do. I can cross multiply. If I want to cross multiply, I'm going to get 3 log 10x is equals to 8 log 10 3. All right, if I want to compare the same powers, then I have to bring this thing up here. So it's log 10x to the power of 3 is equals to log 10 3 to the power of 8. Okay, not compare the powers. I want to make them the same base so that I can compare the results. All right, so now I can directly compare. X to the power of 3 is equals to 3 to the power of 8. Okay, so we can cube root both sides. Let's do that. And I'm gonna to get x is equals to 18.7. This is to 3SF. Alright, so this is how we would do this question. Okay. Of course, if there's any mistakes in my working, please do let me know. Okay, if not, that's it. I'll see you in class tomorrow. Bye-bye.